Ian Liliana here, PTSD survivor. I know I did a podcast earlier, but got woken up middle of the night. I was stressed. I was stressed. And I find it so therapeutic to do art therapy. I have nightmares a lot because of my military sexual trauma. So ah, if you're like me, a person who has dealt with huge trauma, and I implore you, seek assistance, seek help, and also get out that tension, that anxiety, that depression, because it just eats you alive. That's all I really have to say. It was a beautiful full moon when I went outside, so that's good. I finally put in the link to Werewolf Academy. If anyone is interested in that, it'll be a class for next week. Trying to get some tickets available to as many people as possible who want to make a change. It's easy to go through that cycle of, yeah, I'll go to the bar, I'll go to the club, or I'll go to the gym, and just do the same routine over and over and over again. And maybe you get a little bit stronger, maybe you get a little bit bigger, but you're not really living your life. You're not really living a gay life as a gay man. Because how can you be living your life the way that it should be when you go home alone, which is normally fine, but you say to yourself, where are the men? Where are they? Where are the single available men? So I said, with this class, do something together. Learn to maybe investigate, be curious, and find out if that guy is single and available emotionally. Werewolf Academy. Hi there, Randy. Hi. Hi. How are you? After the earlier upset of just another PTSD trigger, I had to go back to the office and pick up a package that they could have offered me when I was there earlier. It's like, you already triggered my PTSD, but could you just hand me my stuff? But then I go back to the office, and instead of the gender that PTSD triggered me, it's a male. And I just say to myself, how many times are gonna fucking do this? Why do I live in a state that just says, "Woo, boogity boogity boo, stay away from men. Ah, operant conditioning, avoidance therapy, stay away from other men." It's just, I'm gay, so like that's a huge part of my identity, to be with other men. I mean, it's true that when you're with certain gay circles, it doesn't exactly feel that way, but that's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to men. And I don't know what's going on with this state that every single time that I ever talk to a guy, it's some woman like right there in my face. And I have PTSD, so look, if you're doing your job, you're doing your job. I'm not gonna scream at you. I'm really not. I'm lucky that I have two service animals, and for the most part, I don't really feel the need to be an asshole about the fact that Master Sergeant Miranda of the United States Air Force sexually abused me at Lackland Air Force Base in 2018. And I have to be an asshole to every woman who does that. But it does seem to be fucking weird that when I try to go back into my building, I've got a woman blocking the entrance. And that's why I left East Los Angeles, because every time I tried to go outside, it was a woman blocking the entrance, saying, let me in, let me in. It's just like weird. Ah, hi, Randy. Your real name is Xavier. That's cool. Like Logan has spoken. What can I say? Hmm. Except, I don't really feel that Logan when I constantly have to deal with PTSD that makes it so difficult to find the confidence to leave my room, whatever. Because all I can say is this how women behave throughout the entire city? Like, I shouldn't have to deal with that much, like, in your face, whatever. And to me, it's because I have PTSD that, yes, in some cases, it's very exaggerated. Because, like I said, if you have a social security number tied to the building that I'm in, as in you work here, I may look the other way. I may, harumph, but you do your job. I'll I'll suffer through it somehow to get whatever I need done. But random women, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, not sorry. Thank you, Demi Lovato. Don't talk to me. Yeah, just American women have lost the right to talk to me if you're not an employee of whatever area that I'm in. If I don't have a pressing concern to talk to you and you're a perfect stranger, like, this is the stuff that kind of pisses me off about California, because they just say weird, wacky shit and you're supposed to roll with it. Like, they're the kind of people who say, the sky's blue, isn't it? And how do you respond to that? I don't know, bitch. The sky was blue yesterday. I mean, it might be gray tomorrow if it's cloudy. You want to look at paint swatches in order to have a conversation? It's just, it's so forced. It's so see through, because when you are a psychic like Xavier, when you are a mutant, you can just see their thoughts. You can see the emotions behind their thoughts. You can see the loneliness, this giant vacuum that these California people have. They have all the sun and all the money in the world, but no one talks to them. And they hate that, because when you're pretty, they want you to talk to them. Look, I complain constantly about not having Jonathan Bailey in my bed. I mean, it's the least that California can do for all my suffering, is to bring Jonathan Bailey to my bedroom for sucky sucky action. But he's just not there. And the same thing goes for Tom Hardy. If Tom Hardy, this wonderful jujitsu god, if this wonderful jujitsu god wanted to eat it up, no crumbs from my butt cheeks, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. But California isn't providing that. And I know this man is delicious. I know that he would enjoy my large Brazilian buns, but, and it's a very large one. Well, although it is shrinking a little because I am changing into whatever. But get it. I get it. I mean, you're not going to get a response. And that's okay. I just put the love into the universe. You see, that's healthy. It's healthy to say, I see Tom Hardy with his tattoos and his giant brutish face because he's hard now. He was such a sweet lad. And now he's just so rough. It's hot. It's hot. It's very hot. But I put that into the universe. I put that into the cosmos, how I find him attractive. I don't show up and say, gimme, gimme, because that doesn't make any sense. And I had to deal with that in Los Angeles. And in San Francisco, it hasn't been that. But like I said, I have PTSD, so everything makes me uncomfortable. Everything does. And I'm trying to let go because I always say when I move to a different city, it's a different city. But I change the timing of things and I change my routine and it just keeps recycling this bullshit of, you're required to talk to at least one woman a day. It's like who the fuck decided that? And who the fuck, said, no, 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 you have to talk to them for longer periods of time. You have to talk to this one and this one. It's no, no. I have PTSD from military sexual trauma. So, not that I'm an actor in any way. Absolutely not. But unless there are cameras about and there are lines and someone saying action, I'm not going to talk to regular people unless I find you attractive and you're a male. Then I might give at least one sentence. But even that is just it's so tainted. Like honestly, I just want to be like 911 and say, where is the bouncy castle now? Where is the bouncy house now? Because here I am, my body's hot and ready to freak out, but you go online and except for one extremely sexy skate daddy, there's just like no one online. No, at least not on the dating sites I was on. Lame.com, clearly. Like, I live in San Francisco now. I'm not throwing myself at every guy that I see. I don't want to be that person, but I also would like someone to come and just eat waffles in bed with me. Not in a kinky way, just as in, you know, enjoy this intimate moment with me. Let's get room service. Things that you can do at a certain point. But no, no. I'm gonna have to go into a city at some point. All I ask is that, California, just chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out because I'm gonna be nervous. I'm gonna be anxious. I'm gonna be a total fucking wreck because I've had to deal with Los Angeles. So do me a solid and oh, by the way, I'm Buck Delore Buck DeLorean 1000. That's your name, mate? Wow. You gay, my man. I'd like to be. The conversation I had in the previous podcast of, are you really gay if You're just that sassy queen instead of the guy who's giving it up the ass or taking it up the ass. Or maybe just giving good oral. I don't know. But if you're not doing any of those activities, are you even fucking gay? Because I consider myself, a pitcher, but I don't talk to catchers in order to round their bases and strike a home run. I don't even think I said that correctly. I do not know American sports whatsoever. I'm sorry, not sorry. I tried to go to a game once and I was bored out of my mind. Just bored out of my mind. So there goes that smoothie break. I'm into sports, but I'm into sports like wrestling or water polo or swimming and diving. I'm just not into ones where you really chase balls around like a dog. I like ones that, require just expert level mathematics and physics. So I don't want to make San Francisco my home forever, but like let me see what this city could be in 5 years, maybe. 5 years of going down to the gay district and being with my people, starting a movement where you do community outreach. You take the gay out of the bar, out of the club, out of the gym, and you say, there's gay everywhere. Instead of saying, oh, it's gay pride month, it's gay pride forever. That's just something I think about. I think about what it would mean if you took all of the energy and the unity of Gay Pride Month and you just said that's every day. Every day you have to be that connected to your fellow cocksucker. Otherwise, you're just being trampled by straight people all the time. They oppress you, you can't wear your leather harness to work. Who are you that you would wear your leather harness to work? Or, you would have your jock strap on and you got nipple clamps or whatever. Whatever, I mean, whatever you're fucking into, and your job says, well, you can't do that here. I mean, mate, find a new job. If your job oppresses you like that, find a new job because you have to live your life. And whatever you think you need to get from this place of business, it's not respecting you. It really isn't. I think about all the gay people who are at their jobs just miserable, absolutely miserable, because they say, this is how I can afford my apartment, my house, my mortgage, my car payments, whatever. And then they're miserable because, they say, if I lose this job, I lose everything. No. Maybe you gain some self-respect if you lost your job because you realize how much you were wasting your life with a bunch of people who don't share your interests or your lifestyle, but you have to be a version of yourself that you don't even like. So no, no. Things have to change. Things really have to change. And I'm tired of California kind of getting in my way of these. You need solar power here. I know it's not the sunniest place ever, but I'm an inventor, so let me help you out here. I want gay people, you extra gay. Am I? L- I mean, dude, I've got big muscles and a nice hairy armpit and a full beard. I mean, I don't think that makes me extra gay because if I was extra gay, I'd get extra laid. That's certainly not happening. I'm gonna put that there. I'm not even gonna bother. That's got me all distracted now. Solar power. I had a petition in Los Angeles where I rather correctly said the Pacific Ocean is so beautiful, so beautiful. But what if you just put a solar flotilla like right there and then ran a cable through and then connected the entire county and took it off grid? It's something that I'm still going to do. I guess I have to do and just pay out of pocket. But that's what I'm going to do person to person here in San Francisco. I'm going to talk to my fellow gays and just say, are you paying an electric bill? Okay, because there's solar. And you don't think that, oh, there's just never enough sun. There's more sun than you realize. And with some upgrades, I can even maximize it. And also, you can learn to just change your side of the grid, your consumption. Because what you think you need all that energy for, you really don't. But they're charging you a lot of money to have an alternating current, which means you plug it in, the power just comes through. A direct current, you have to fill it up. But when you fill it up, you can maybe do something else, or you can just use it wisely and realize that you need a little work life balance. So if they're open to it, because I'm not going to preach solar energy to a bunch of gay people, they ain't nobody got time for that. So if they're willing to listen, great. But I'm trying to put gay dollars back into pockets because that is money, that is time, that is energy, that is precious to you. Precious. My name is Ian Leona. I hope to see you on the next podcast.